Good morning. So today is day 15 of the 30-day smoothie diet. I am halfway. OMG. I kind of can't believe that I've gotten so far or I've done so well. But then on the other hand, I'm like, okay, well, absolutely. Come on. That's the wrong foot, Mama. It's okay. Come and sit. But on the other hand, I'm like, of course I would do well.
Look!
That's a butterfly.
A butterfly, not butterflies.
But on the other hand, I'm like, of course I would do well because I'm very strong-willed, as many of you have noted. And I think another thing that makes this so much easier for me than it probably would be for a lot of other people is a couple of factors. I've actually been drinking smoothies as a part of my normal diet for 5 years, 6 years. I started drinking smoothies when I was vegetarian, and I would have them sometimes for breakfast to get my fruits in. And then I kind of fell off the bandwagon, and right after I had my son, I started drinking smoothies on a daily basis for breakfast to make sure I was really getting enough of the good stuff in, because I was nursing and sometimes you just forget to take care of yourself. And I started adding the greens to them after one of my friends told me about green smoothies. I used to just make fruit. I used to add juices. Like, they weren't the most healthiest types of smoothies, but they were smoothies nonetheless. So yeah, I've been having smoothies as a part of my normal diet for 6 years. And there's been many periods where I'll have a smoothie like every single day for breakfast. And, that's like very common for me. Another thing that I think makes this so much easier for me than it might be for someone else is I've actually done cleanses that were like hardcore. I mean, I've done 3-day cleanses where it was just juice, not smoothies, just juices, where I've juiced after I saw Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. And that's a butterfly, not a flower.
Hi, butterfly.
Go say hi to it. Go say hi to the butterfly. It's right there. You see it?
Can you see it?
Well, butterflies don't bother people. They don't hurt people, okay? So, okay, Elle, shh. All right. So after I saw Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, I did a 3-day reboot. My husband and I both did it. And yeah, that was hardcore because it's only juices. That's it. And juices are definitely not as filling or satisfying as smoothies are because they have absolutely no fiber in them. Also, juices take a lot more energy to prepare. I can make a smoothie like that, like you guys saw in my day 3 vlog where I share the recipes, but juices are like an all morning thing. It's a lot of energy and effort to make a juice. So that was like the most hardcore I've done. I've done a 10-day cleanse where I made smoothies where I had to make smoothies. It was a lot easier to do that than the 3-day juice reboot because smoothies are more filling. But the types of smoothies you make on a cleanse are not as flavorful as the ones I'm making now. Like now, if I want to add dairy, I add... You need to be quiet.
Mommy.
Yes.
The butterfly just gone.
Okay, it might come back, all right? All right. On if I want to add dairy like soy milk or almond milk, I can add that. On a detox or a cleanse, you can't do that. And on cleanses, usually they want you to add greens. The ratio of greens to fruits is usually more on the vegetable side. So you're adding like a good amount of veggies, and then you're only adding some fruits. And there's a lot of things that you just don't add to smoothies on cleanses for good reason. You're supposed to be detoxing your body, and if you add all these fatty calories, it just isn't good for you. I've made avocado smoothies. I love those. You can't do that on a cleanse. So I find myself having more success because I've done a few things. This is not my first go round, but nothing never this long. It's 15 days. So this is definitely a new thing for me. And I would say maybe another thing that makes it even a little bit easier for me is I'm vegan. So the desire to, eat meat, have chicken breast or have a steak or some chicken wings or some fish or, a hot dog or, I'm trying to think about all the other things I used to eat those type of things, I don't have those desires anymore because I'm vegan, and I've been vegan for 6 months, and I don't crave like eating meat. Although you did see I had a craving. I was craving a vegan sandwich. For those of you who are meat eaters, who commented like, oh my goodness, you're craving vegetables, for goodness sake, like go have it. And you know, the thing is I'm vegan, so that is what I crave. Like my cravings and my desires and my food wants are not the same anymore. So that helps to make it a little bit you know, easier for me. But in any event, I am on halfway through. There are some things that I'm going to be adding to my last 15 days that were not incorporated in the first 15 days. And I guess I'll just talk about those now. But before I do that, let's just talk a little bit about day 13. I mentioned to you all in the day 13 update that I was going to a vow renewal. And I went to the vow renewal, and it was beautiful. I didn't eat as little as I thought I was going to eat. I found myself eating a lot more because we got there on time, but the time that they said was because they knew people would get there late. So my husband and I, trying to be very punctual, we were there on time. Thus, we were there like almost 2 hours early. And being that I hadn't really drinking a smoothie or eaten anything, and I didn't bring one because I felt like it would be really weird bringing a smoothie to a wedding, but I should have, because I could have just like drank it in the car. We were so early. Anyway, because of that reason, they did have a cocktail hour with the veggie platter. They had hummus. So I had a ton of red peppers, broccoli, and hummus. And I also had crackers, probably about maybe like a good 12 crackers. And then I had a drink. I had 2 cocktails. And for the main course, they had pasta with a cheesy sauce. My husband and I asked if they could substitute with the red sauce, and they did. The pasta was very, very salty, so I ate about half of it. And they offered bread. I had none. And for the main course, I had mentioned to you all it would be a protein, vegetables, and a starch. And that's exactly what it was. So my husband and I asked for additional roasted veggies. So they had like squash, zucchini, tomatoes, asparagus. They gave us a nice good amount of it, and it was nicely seasoned and oiled. And then we had a few like roasted potatoes, nothing major. But I ate so much. I felt so full. That was the most I've eaten at any sitting. And I think the fact that, you know, I just ate a lot that day, my weight definitely was up the next morning. It wasn't by a lot, but it was up. So this is what I weighed in on day 14, which is yesterday, the day after the vow renewal. So as you can see, my weight was up. It wasn't by much, but I keep noticing that every time I end up having a meal, I like, my body is like, go run, because working out is very much a part of my lifestyle. It's not like I just hate exercise. I love exercise, and I have a treadmill in my basement. I shared with you all that I have a home gym now, and the video where I show you my home gym, I'll be making that soon. So basically, I knew I was ready to run. So I went and I ran that morning, and I had a really good run. And all day yesterday, I had only smoothies. I had a Kind bar and 1 banana, I believe, and just smoothies all day. So this is what I weighed in today, which is day 15 after a full day of all smoothies again. So as you can see, my weight is definitely going back down, which is expected. I had only smoothies yesterday. Today is going to also be another all smoothie day, and the rest of this week will actually be an all smoothie week because I have no events, I have no functions, and I have no things where I'm expected to go to dinner or whatever. So I will be having full on smoothies this entire week. And in fact, I don't believe I have anything that requires me to attend and eat until I think I had nothing for the rest of the month. So unless something comes up, the next 15 days should be completely all smoothie days. Unless, of course, I have a craving and I can't fight it, then, of course, then, you know, I will tell you all about that. But I believe, according to my schedule, that's it. So the things I'm going to be adding to my diet program is I'm going to be running. So I ran today as well, and yesterday was a full smoothie day, but I woke up this morning, I had a half a banana, and I said I really want to run. I find now that I've been focusing on my body, my soul, my mind. You know, I go to church and I've been doing the yoga. I'm very spiritual, that I'm feeling more like myself, more like the me I was before my dad passed, and less of that person that I was who was grieving. So I don't know if I can say my grieving is completely over, but I definitely wake up in the morning feeling like I want to run. I went to bed last night feeling like I was going to run this morning, and I woke up with the same spirit matching that. So I have awakened my love for running and my love for it being fit and doing my exercise, and I'm very happy about that. And unlike in the beginning where I was like, I don't know if I'm going to have the energy to do it, I feel like now I know I definitely have the energy, and drinking the smoothies every day has really now has started to feel like a lifestyle. You know, they say it takes, I think they say like 22 days for something to become a habit. And for those of you who don't really drink smoothies and you're not really used to eating healthy, then maybe something like this would definitely be a great place for you to start getting yourself in that groove, because I'm at day 15, and I would say even as of yesterday, having smoothies all day, it felt like a lifestyle. Like it didn't feel like an issue. It wasn't a challenge. It wasn't like it didn't feel like a fad diet. It felt like, okay, this is a part of this is what I do. And this is how I eat. This is how I live. So I'm definitely feeling like that. This is becoming more natural for me to have only smoothies all day. My hunger, I hardly have hunger. Hardly. There's been many times between I would say day 10 and day 15 today where I've had hunger. And it's only been because the window of time was so long before I ate that it was like expected that I would, be hungry. But now it's like I hardly have hunger. Like I have the smoothie because I know I need to consume something, and my body is telling me by other cues, like just feeling a little bit more tired than I should be because it's daytime. Maybe I'm feeling a little slower, or if I like get up too quickly, I start to feel a little dizzy, which is definitely a sign of having smoothies. Like, don't get it twisted. You're not going to be like super high energy. You're going to have moments where you're kind of feeling a little dizzy, or things are a little bit harder for you to do. That's a given on a smoothie diet. So let me just put that out there if I've never talked about it before. But that does subside after the first couple of days. Once your body kind of really detoxes, that subsides. So now I'm at the point where I'm having those symptoms again because I'm like, well, oh my goodness, it's 3 o'clock and I didn't eat anything since like 10. So that's happening. But I'm definitely going to start running. Usually I run 5 days a week. So I ran yesterday and I ran today. So I'm already done 2 of my 5, and I've been running only 2 miles. My plan has been pretty mild. I walk for 5 minutes at a 3.0 pace, and then I run from wherever I am at that 5-minute mark till I get to 1 mile at a 4.7 pace. When I get to that mile, I walk for about 2 to 3 minutes at a 3.0 pace, and then wherever I am at that point, I run from there to 2 miles at a 4.7 pace. When I'm done, I walk until I get to 30 minutes. Usually it's about 27, 28 minutes, so I just have like a 2-minute walk, and then I'm done. So that's my running plan. The butterfly's back. It's over there. You see it? So that's my running plan, and I'm going to continue the yoga because I really did like it. So I have to figure out how to incorporate it even on days that I run, because I really do like what the yoga has been doing for me and for my body. I've only done 6 days, and I feel like my flexibility and my strength has increased by like maybe 25%. And I haven't even done that much yoga. So it's definitely something that if you're consistent, I can see myself being like super, super flexible, and also just really being centered and grounded, because I really love the way I feel after I do a yoga session. And I have my mantras that I say to myself in my head, in my mind. And I meditate on those while I'm doing it and throughout the day. So I probably won't be weighing in tomorrow. I mean, I'm going to weigh in every day, but I won't be able to get a video up tomorrow or until Wednesday. So look out for my video on Wednesday. Every bumblebee. Whoa, it was a huge bumblebee. So every 2 days is definitely working out a little bit better for me. So I'll see you guys in the next update. And you know, I only have 15 more days to go. So if you're on your 30-day diet or whatever numbers of days you're doing, definitely let me know in the comment section. I love checking in with you all through the comments. My camera's gonna die, so thank you for watching.